Today is, let me think, day 3 post stem cell surgery, and I'll go with my top 3 healing pain body, we'll call it. 1 is a little bit of fuzziness in my brain. 2 is the actual procedure, not that bad. 3 is my bones are very achy. But as I say that, I'm going to say it with a smile because I'm healing. And that's all that matters. I'm coming home healing. Sorry, I'm super excited about being healing. Even if I have to go through pain and even if I have to go through ups and downs, I'm healing. And it makes me so happy. Okay, I wasn't counting on singing like that, so... And like I said yesterday, it's a one-shot deal. This is it. I just kind of wanted to reach out to you and let you know my interaction actually with my mom's actual Facebook page. I have 0 interaction with her Facebook page. I don't, I physically cannot look at a screen for very long. I get ill. I have high Wi-Fi sensitivities, which yes, it is a thing. And the actual watching a screen and scrolling and reading makes me physically sick, and that causes symptoms to flare up. So all of your messages and all of your wishes, and everything, my mom personally does tell me everything that you guys have been saying, which makes me really, really appreciate everything. I can feel your wishes and your positive energy all the way here. I'm still in California before my flight, so I could heal a couple more days before I had to sit on that 5-hour flight. But I just wanted to let you know that even though I don't see anything that's on Facebook, I know in my heart that all of your wishes and prayers are being sent to me, and I can feel them. So thank you for that. For me to actually go on there and physically even look, I can't. And but I do. My mom said that that people were enjoying my videos, which I hope you do. I try and stay positive. I try and give only my personal advice. I am not a doctor. I've never been trained in anything besides my wonderful job that I love. So everything that I say and that I tell you guys is just for my very own personal experience. My very first Lyme video that I watched was my patient Leuzon's from Infusio's Lyme story. So that's how not on the computer I am. And all my friends who know me know that I'm terrible for emailing anything. I still like to pick up the phone, give me a call. I still like to talk, as you guys all know. So talking I can do. And if messages like this are okay, because I do know, I know I have a lot of support, and I know that I want to keep you guys up to date on my process, since you're a big part of my journey, and my husband's journey, and my children's journey, and my family's journey, and we all appreciate that with all of our hearts. And I just want you to know that I am truly thankful and grateful for everything that you guys do for me and my family and my husband, and I just can't wait to pay it forward. And I know that, let me think of something I can say that might change a little hop in your day. Okay, oh, this was something that was super, I loved this, but what one of my healers were doing at Infusio, she would tell me, and I know that she might be watching, she would tell me that she does one embarrassing thing a day to make her laugh, or to make her get out of her comfort zone, or to help her learn a new strategy, which I was like, oh my goodness, I probably do like a quadrillion things a day that are embarrassing. But now I'm going to use it as a learning tool, and I'm going to give that strategy because it's kind of fun to my children. Do something embarrassing, but it's how you react after, right? And we have to react appropriately, and that's the part where we're learning, and the embarrassing part is the part where we're getting out of our comfort zone, so we might be doing something a little silly, which is fun, and we all need a little fun in our lives all the time, whether if it's sitting on the couch with your family, telling silly stories, or whether if it's my favorite thing to do in the world. My kids and my husband and I, we drive around, find a tree, and I love to just lie under that tree. It's Mother Nature. How could we not? Every tree is so beautiful, and every tree gives us life. So appreciate what we have in the now. Right now, I appreciate that I have all of you guys behind me. I appreciate all of the hard work, oh my goodness, that Infusio did. They are amazing. I miss them super, super, super much already. And I'm really excited to be on the healing journey, and I can't wait to come back healing mummy. Not sick mummy, I'm gonna be healing mummy. That's a big turn from being in my heart too. The feeling of going from I don't know what tomorrow it is at all. And I know there's people out there that feel that, and I'm so sorry. I'm gonna help you. Step by step. Because this feeling of hope and this feeling of my body healing is a feeling that obviously when you're sick with the Lyme, you don't feel for a long time, because most of us have been living with it, if not for our whole lives, for years and years, for a few years. And this is another great way of thinking of it, and this is something that I learned. It's when we lose a loved one, an animal, someone close to us, we go through a grieving process, right? That's terrible, but you go through that grieving process. When a family member or loved one gets sick with a chronic illness, whether if it's cancer or MS or Lyme, anything that turns into a chronic illness and takes that life away from you that you're used to, and you can't function anymore, and your relationships change because that's only inevitable. You can't do the things that we used to do. We too have to go through a grieving process, but it's a little bit of a different type of grieving process because we haven't actually been lost yet. So it can cause a lot of stress in our brains. And that stress in our brains is the hormone, which is called endorphins, are released. And that's bad chemicals that we don't want. We don't want to run off of endorphins. We want to run off of oxytocin, which is that feel-good hormone, which is the people that we love that are around us, which might be petting your dog, that releases oxytocin. Lying under a tree, that's my oxytocin. When I'm healthy going for a run, that releases oxytocin. But when we're stressed, that's a lot of adrenaline that we're running off of, and that is the complete opposite of the hormone or the energy that we want to run off of, because that is going to inhibit our healing process 100%. We will not heal with any type of illness if we are running off of adrenaline and not oxytocin. And with chronic illness, our loved ones watch us change and become bedridden for my case was a year, October 2017, until I got here. Okay, so my daughter must have had grieving. Obviously she did, because she knows mama. And so now that I'm coming back healing mom, now we get to go through a healing process together as a family, as my entire family, to get Melissa back, to get me back to those barbecues and hit the dance floor. I can't wait to dance. Oh my goodness, we should do like a dance-a-thon marathon for Lyme. Like, dance-a-thon. Dance, dance, dance. But, okay, so that's what I was, so the moral of that little tidbit was we all grieve, whether if it's go through a grieving process, whether if it's a grieving process of the lost one. There's a natural grieving process that people go through and that we understand. But the grieving process of having someone with a chronic illness is day in and day out, and we don't truly get to have that closure because they're still suffering. So we have to change our way of thinking. Okay, so how can I help? Instead of grieving this illness, how can I help make this illness into a positive? And literally, our brains are so powerful. The oxytocin that we release is so powerful. So it could be something simple like cuddling with your children and your dog and going for a walk outside in nature. That releases those good feel-good hormones. That helps with that stress and with that grief and with that loss. If we're consciously knowing that, okay, you know what, Melissa, you've been in bed for 3 weeks. I've actually had it where my blessing of a neighbor, she came over and said, you need to get out of the house. So I was having a tough time. This was going back probably about 5 months ago. And I wasn't able to really get out of bed or move or anything. But that was then, right? But I was grieving. My brain was going the hard route, the negative route. And then she once told me this, I'll never forget, and it changed my way of thinking of the Lyme in my body too, is that no war was ever fought alone. And I thought, I love that. You know, me and my sayings, I love that, because there's a war in my body going on. That Lyme that's in there loves being in there. It loves my heart. It loves my brain. It loves my nervous system. So, of course, to get all of the loving Lyme in there out, it might be a little painful, but then it's gone. So that is the silver lining at the end of that tunnel. Thank you for listening. I had no intention, I had no idea what I was going to say today, so that was just completely bleh. So I'm not sure if it made sense at all. But I just wanted to share a couple strategies that I learned and that I am going to use, of course, because as humans, I always love to say, in order to be the best Rayanna, in order to be the best Cruz, in order to be the best Melissa, is we work on our brains 24/7 and try and better our lives just by using our brains and being happy and thinking positive and feeling good for the now. That's what life is about. It's not about what we have, it's about who we have. And I'm so lucky to have all of you. And I'm not going to end this video in a cry, I'm going to end it in a smile. So once again, a smile is often started by another smile. And do something a little embarrassing today. I don't know, get out of your little comfort zone, bust a move, do a little groove. Hey, and if you do something a little silly, maybe put it on my mom's little Facebook and it'll be funny. I don't know. You don't really have to. I'm just joking. I'm probably not going to see it anyway. So, but I know I feel the love. That's all I want you to know, and that's what I was getting at. Is I'm sorry that I don't physically see all your beautiful, wonderful wishes, but I will tell you. My mom tells me, and it makes my heart just. It's like fireworks in my heart, which I love fireworks, and the song "Firework" by Katy Perry. Such an inspirational song. Just saying. Love you guys.